Yeah, you are an audit senior of Audit and Company, and your firm has recently been appointed as an auditor. Okay, as an auditor to Bridgeford Products, a large company we sell television. You are planning to audit for the year 31st January. Your audit manager asks you to produce. See, we are talking about the strategy document. We are talking in terms of strategy document and a detailed audit plan. Okay, detailed audit including a assessment of materiality. In order to assist you, you also read with me. Is that in order to assist you in your planning work, you have visited Bridgeford where you have obtained the information. Sales have been increased during the year ended 31st December 2009 following a move to attract new customers by offering extended credit. Is that by offering extended credit? Definitely, instead of 90 days, you are giving credit of 180 days. Is that people will buy. The new credit arrangements allow customer 3 months credit rather than 1 month credit. Previously, they used to give 1 month credit. Now they are asking 3 months credit. They are giving. As a result of this change, you have calculated the receivable collection period has been increased. Receivable collection period has been increased from 49 days to 127 days. Okay. Bridgeford install a new computerized, means it is, we will see how the questions are there with this. Bridgeford install a new computerized inventory system which began operating June in the middle of the year. Okay, June. Since the inventory control system records both inventory movements and current inventory content, Bridgeford is proposing to use inventory quantities on the computer to value the inventory of the year rather than carrying out an inventory count. They want to do inventory count on the system only. They don't want to do physical count. Okay, they don't want to do physical count. They want to proposing inventory quantities on the computer. Is that fine? Another, the production director informed you that in the last month or so, they have a reliability problems with the company product, which resulted in some customers refusing to pay the products. Refusing to pay for the products. Means you have sold it the products, but you are definitely there is some reason they are giving because there is no sales, they are increasing the sales from credit period from 1 month to 90 days, 3 months. Is it? And because of this, there are some issues with the products and customers are not willing to pay. As part of the planning process, you also undertake assessment. Based on the information you have obtained to date, you have identified several audit risks. Is that several audit risks? We will never take business risk. Understand my point? Yesterday class I told you. We will not think about, we are taking about audit risk, which you feel your team will need to address. The first risk relates to extended credit terms. Is that the first is by the office and the recent product reliability problem. This is the second risk. Is that in resulting in customers refusal to pay. A second audit risk relates to computerized inventory. That is also an audit risk. Is it right? Which have implemented. You are concerned of whether the data was accurate. Is that data accurate? Transferred to the new system and whether it is sufficiently reliable. Is that to determine the quantity of the inventory at the year end of financial statements. Read once again. $18 minutes, make it a point. We have to count 18 minutes. Okay, 10 marks, 10 into 1.8, 18 minutes. We will see how much we are doing. Initially, we will practice this. Okay, Slowly we'll practice this. Once it is over, please let me yes. It's okay? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mariam Gaita?
Yeah.
Fine? No. What they are asking, see, I will say it is okay, it is okay. Okay, I will ask, just I will remind, don't say that I am forcing you to do quickly. Okay, I will never do that. Once you have read it, then only say it's fine. Okay, then only you say don't rush. But I will always say, after 2 minutes, I will just ask you. The audit manager requested you to cover a number of specific areas in audit planning documentation. For each area, indicate whether the information included in the strategy document or detailed plan. Is it? If it is anything details, you should, whether we have to say, where we have to include, whether it should be included in strategy or in an audit plan. This is not related to scenario. This is a conceptual question. Now, the availability of client data and staff, including internal audit. It is a document or it's a plan?
Strategy.
Pardon? It is a strategy or is a plan?
Strategy.
Who is this? Mariam. Yes?
Yeah.
Next. Gaita. The allocation of responsibilities for specific audit procedures to audit team members. Thus, allocation of responsibility individually of specific audit procedures to the team members. It is a strategy of detailed plan.
Strategy.
the allocation of responsibilities. Okay, I am allocating all three people. You are the audit team. Is it allocating you the responsibilities for all
yes,
one,
sir.
two,
It is
three.
a plan. Plan. I didn't.
Understand, okay? Understand and then do. Yes, Laila. The audit procedures to be undertaken for each area of the financial statements.
Plan, sir.
Mariam, the potential for using automated tools and techniques to gather evidence.
Strategy.
Pardon?
Strategy.
Strategy. Any doubts, anyone? Even I don't know. I'm just going through the things. Once we do it, we will come across the thing. You have set the level of materiality for the financial statement as a whole, and now need to determine performance materiality. Performance materiality means individually. Is that? Performance materiality means individually. Fine. Now, what it says, is that? What it says, which of the following statements of performance materiality is not true? Means 3 are true, 1 is false. Okay, 3 are true, 1 is false. You will have very good experience when you are doing this. Trust me, good experience. Which one is true, which one is false? You have to tell one by one. Again, start with Mariam. Performance materiality is used to reduce the risk that the aggregate of uncorrected and undetected material misstatements exceeding materiality to the financial statement as a whole to an acceptable level.
True.
Pardon?
True.
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 Fine. Next. Gayata. Performance materiality refers to the amount set by the auditor at a higher than materiality level.
False, sir.
For particular classes of transaction, higher or lower?
It should be lower. Lower. Fine.
Next, I am just putting this, okay? Yes, Laila. Once the level of materiality for the financial statement as a whole has been set, a lower level of performance materiality is determined by the auditor using the professional judgment.
True, sir.
True. Next. The performance materiality, overall performance materiality will be more. Individual performance materiality will be less. Okay. In the lower level of performance by the auditor. Is that your professional judgment is there? Is it right? Words are very important. The performance materiality level is affected by the auditor's understanding of the entity. Every auditor will have their own judgment, okay? And the nature and extent of material misstatements identified in prior audits. Yes, Mariam. Okay, it's true. Okay. Now, what is the false? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next. I don't know whether we can submit individually or not. One I will tell. Fine, we can submit it. See the thing? Immediately we can get the answers also. See the thing. The correct answers are availability of client data is a strategy. Responsibility for specific audit procedure to audit team is a detailed plan. The audit procedures to be undertaken is detailed plan, and the automated tools is audit strategy document. Here they have given you the explanation. I will give you this. Okay. I am going to send you this in detail. Okay. The same thing what we have done. Okay. The same thing what we have done. I am going to send you this in the Word file which we have done previously. When you are doing this, please refer the correct answers with explanation. every question you are revising, it is equal to 4 different questions. Okay? Next. We have not submitted. 1 minute. What it says? Yes. The correct answer is fine. Correct. The performance refer to the amount set by the auditor at the higher level than material level. Is right? And classes of transactions, disclosures. What is the explanation they gave? The auditor sets performance materiality at the amount which is lower than the overall materiality level for the financial statement as a whole. This is so that impact of material misstatements will be considered even if they are not material. Is right? They will set the performance materiality which is lower than the overall materiality. Yes. Now, Mariam, ISA 520 analytical procedures, okay, states that where analytical procedures identify fluctuations relationship that are inconsistent with other information or that differ significantly from expected result. So read again, don't read once, okay. If you find it anything, tell, wait, I will wait for you. Which of the following auditor responds to increase in the receivable collection period is the least relevant?
The third one.
Which one?
The third one. Third option.
Perform a trend analysis on current year and prior year monthly revenue to identify revenue is overstated as a result of fraud and error. Make inquiries of management to understand likely reason why receivables. Pardon?
Is it the first one, you think?
No, least, they are saying least. They are saying least. They are not saying the make inquiries with management to understand. Definitely we will ask with the management why receivables, what is the reason. It is one of the important. Anything we will discuss with management. We will do substantive testing of the aged receivables, whether any amount should be written off. Is it right? We will do substantive procedures is part of that. Is it right? Perform further working capital ratio analysis to data. We are performing further to determine whether the effect of extended credit have cash position. What you said 3. Perform a trend analysis on current year and prior year monthly revenue to identify revenue is overstated or not. If revenue is overstated, is it right? Overstatement of revenue means it will decrease. Okay, if you overstate, it will decrease. See, you should know the receivables collection period formula. What is the receivables collection period formula? Any idea?
Receivables divided by revenue multiplied by 365.
Good. Okay, you have to immediately put that into consideration. Then only you can have the concept. You have said point number 3. Is it right?
Yeah.
Is it right? I will go by you. My involvement will be less. Perform a trend analysis of current year to identify an overstatement of result of revenue will result in reduction, not an increase in the collection. If your denominator is more, what will happen? Definitely you have to calculate. Is it right? 25. 25 divided by 35. Is it right? It comes to how much? 7. Okay, 25 divided by 7. 25. I will say. No, 25 divided by 50. Take like this. It comes to how much? 0.5. If 25 divided by 75, it will decrease. Okay, see, don't you write down on white paper, then only you will understand. You write down on the working sheet. 25 is receivables, 50 is sales. Okay, 25 is receivables, 50 is sales, times 365. How many will get? You will get 182 days. Okay, 182 days. Now you take 25 as receivables, increase the sales. Okay, increase the sales. Instead of 50, take 75. Is it? Times 365. It comes to how much? 121. It comes to how much? Write down. Then only you will understand. Is that whether it is overstated, or to identify whether it is overstated or understated. And overstatement of revenue will result in reduction. How much we got? We have overstated revenue to 75. How many days it will come? 121 days. Is that if revenue is stated understated, receivables will increase. If the revenue is overstated, receivables collection period will decrease. Okay, fine. Next, Gaita. Which of the following statements summarize your key concern regarding the risk related to extended credit and refusal of certain customers to pay? Tell me. Which of the following statement your key concern regarding the risk? Take your time, nothing will happen. Extended credit terms. That the directors may have prepared financial statements on a going concern basis when this is not applicable. Financial statements includes amounts due from credit customers which are not valid debts. Extended credit means extended credit and refusal to pay. They are balances due from credit customer which have not been included in the financial statements. No, it will be included in financial. It will be included in financial, which you cannot say not included. That the financial statements include balances due from customers which are not recoverable.
I think, sir, the second option, that the financial statements include amount due to from the credit customer which are not valid debt.
Which are not valid debts. Why it is not valid debts? You have sold to the customers. You have sold to the customers. Customers have received. You have given extended credit period. Now customers are saying that they will not pay.
Oh.
Customers are saying they will not pay now. If they are not paid, that is which are not valid. Why it is not? It is valid.
Yeah.
Anyone?
The last one.
Read. Read the reason. Okay, this is very important. Read the reason. Is it right? That's very important. The audit is related to the concern about receivables taking 127 days to settle invoices rather than 90 days. And that some customers are refusing to pay for products due to reliability issues. You have received, but there is some issues are there with respect to product. This means that financial statements may include balances from receivables that are going to be non-recoverable. This would result in a overstatement of assets. We have not done less provision for bad debts, we have not done, and give concern about the value. We have not valued the receivables correctly. Despite the worsening capital position indicated increase in receivables on its own, it is unlikely to give rise to doubts about going concern. Is that going concern means for next 12 months we have to auditor has to give an assurance that the firm will continue for the next 12 months. Going concern 570. Okay, going concern is what? It is a 570. Okay, see here you see the thing. Even in examination, okay, even in examination, if you find in a one or two standards they will give. Okay, now you see the thing as per ISA 520. That is the reason I am focusing on the I standards of audit. Fine. Next, Laila, last one. Which two of the following procedures are relevant to the risk that inventory quantities are misstated by new computerized inventory system? Other people also keep ready with answers. Okay, I will ask everyone.
Third one, sir.
Which one? Review sales prices of inventory sold. Sales
Yes.
prices of inventory sold after the year and identify where cost exceeds net after the year end cutoff. Valuation cutoff. What they are using? They are asking that whether the inventory quantities are misstated by new computerized inventory system. Straight away one answer will be there.
Number one.
Number?
The first one, sir, and last one.
Any corrections by anyone?
Last two.
Gaeta?
The second one and the fourth one, sir.
The second one and the review a sample of purchase requisition to determine. Here we are not reviewing any sample of requisitions. First one is not. Okay. Determine how inventory counts are performed and level of corrections required to the inventory system. Is it right? What is the procedures to the inventory quantities are misstated? Determine when it is misstated, determine how inventory counts are performed and the level of corrections. Review sales prices. No, we are not talking about any sales prices here. Is that we are not talking about first and third is not there. 100%. Is it right? First and second is third is not there. We are not talking about sale prices. We are talking about Fourth is that the moment you say it is a computerized inventory system, it is CAT, computer assisted audit techniques. Okay, computer assisted audit techniques. We are talking about how the corrections have been, how you have misstated means corrections. Is that, see the things, links will be there. Misstated means it is corrections. Is that, I am making a submission. What is there? Read. They said right answer also they gave explanation, wrong answer also they gave explanation. Okay, what they are saying, I'll go through it. The risk which has been identified relates to inventory quantities. Testing the operation of inventory system CAT and reviewing the level of correctness required, the system would provide evidence regarding the operation of the systems. See what they are saying, if you are talking about the inventory system, okay, computerized inventory system, definitely what we have to do, we should make sure that how we are counting the inventory. We should not only rely on the systems, okay, we should not only rely on the system. We also see how it has been performed and any corrections is there, how it has been corrected. First one. Second one, you have to test the operations of CAT, computer assisted audit techniques. We are not dealing with any purchases here, nor we are dealing with the sales here. Okay? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes. This is one of the old questions, but this is one, at that point, these old questions focus. I'm telling you this. Traditional, these are the traditional questions. If they are, just imagine, 2008 question, they are still, this is the recent edition. This is the recent edition of the one. Is it? If they are talking about the old question paper, see question, see how important it is. Read once, okay? You are an audit senior, responsible for planning, 30th September. Eureka is a charity, not for profit. Yesterday we have done, which was established 5 years ago. The charity is to provide support for disadvantaged parents. Okay, fine. Eureka has a detailed constitution which explains how the charity income spent. Constitution also notes that expenditure relating to administration cannot exceed 10% of charity income. We have done yesterday only economy, efficiency and effectiveness. Okay, economy, efficiency and effectiveness. Maybe somewhere they will ask, okay, we have not covered all the things. Eureka currently employs 3 permanent members, 100 voluntaries and 3 days a week, and others help out on ad hoc basis, means temporary basis. Is that ad hoc basis means temporary basis. The organization includes finance department, which primarily run by volunteers, no full-time staff. The charity's income is from the donations. Sources of donations from the public in the form of cash, in buckets. Getting your point? You are see you are taking buckets and people will drop currency in that by volunteers in shopping areas. Is that in shopping areas and from other generous individuals. Just read once. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Now, can I start?
Yeah.
Once I get response, then only I will proceed. Okay? Based on your understanding nature of UKRA, you have identified that income is received primarily in the form of cash, and this will affect audit risk. What are the three components of audit risk? Inherent risk, control risk, and deduction risk. By clicking on the relevant box, indicate whether the following statements regarding the effect on audit risk is true or false. Deduction risk will increase due to increased risk of cash donations being misappropriated and revenue being overstated.
I think false, sir.
You think it is false? What is the right
False.
answer? Which risk it is there?
Um, 1 minute.
Okay, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. It is a false. But which risk it is there?
Inherent risk, right?
Pardon?
Inherent risk.
Inherent risk. Okay, write down in separate paper. Okay,
Okay.
write down in separate
Okay.
paper. Otherwise, they will give. Second one. Yes, Laila. Inherent risk. See, detection risk will increase due to increased risk of. This is not a detection risk. It is an inherent risk. You don't have any inbuilt. Inherent risk means the risk is there in the system. Okay, we don't have any controls. Automatically, what will happen? Definitely, there will be a misappropriation of donations. Is it right? And we can. It will be overstated or it will be understated. Is that? Mostly it will be understated. It will not be overstated. Nobody will overstate. There is a possibility of understating the revenue, understating the donation. Somebody will have fraud and error. Okay. Next, inherent risk will increase as the nature of transaction means that income may be misstated either by error or deliberately. First, understand the option. Is that inherent risk will increase as the nature transaction means that income may be misstated or income may be misstated or income may be misstated or either in error or deliberately. True and false.
What's the meaning, sir, of derivative?
Intentionally we are doing, we can see you are collecting, you are collecting. See, don't say you means okay, don't. I am collecting donation. I will take from my side. I am taking the collection. Is it? I am taking the collection. What will happen? I will misstate. Okay, I will misstate because of counting, or I will misstate intentionally. Is it? I will misstate intentionally, or I will do by counting. There is no control is there. Is that there is no control is there? Is that when there is no control is there, definitely what will happen? There is an inherent risk. The risk is there. Is it right? Risk is there. Risk is there. Maybe the risk is because inherent risk is there because by either I can do by error or I can do intentionally, deliberately.
It is true, sir.
Next, Mariam. Control risk will increase as internal controls may be weak due to large number of volunteers.
False.
Gaita. Business risk will increase due to level of volunteers used by UKERA.
I think false, sir.
Read. Explanation is very important. Inherent risk is the risk that the item may be misstated. Is it? Item may be misstated due to characteristics of that item. High levels of income in the form of cash, high level of income of cash increase risk that income may be misstated either error or deliberately. If what they are doing by volunteers, they are not professionals. Okay, they are saying that if people will see there's such a huge amount of cash, there is a possibility, and it happens. Don't say that it happens. Understand point? It happens that yes, people will misstate the values as such. Okay, they will misstate the values as such. Fine. Next. For example, in this instance, there would not be any formal record to support majority of taking collected in the buckets. You are putting in buckets. I am there. I will put one hand, and whatever the currency will come, I will take that currency and keep it in my pocket. Fine. Nobody will account it for that. Okay. I am telling you this. Okay. I will not do that, but I am telling. Okay. Whatever there. Detection risk is a risk auditors' substantive procedures will not detect material misstatements. Detection risk is we are not detecting as a matter of fact. Is right? It is impossible for us to detect the risk. Is right? That is the detection risk. This is likely to increase, but the principal risk is of revenue being understated, since some of it may be stolen or misappropriated. Fine. Next, read the third one. Control. What is they are talking about? They are talking about the concepts of inherent risk, the concept of the business risk, the concept of the control risk. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Is it clear with you?
Yeah.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Question number 42. Your audit partner that highlighted to you that the imperative means by default that the tie and company act in line with 315. What is 315? assessing the material misstatement. This means it must identify and assess the risk of material misstatement at both the overall financial statements and at the assertion level, individual level for classes of transaction. Indicate which of the following statements gives a true explanation of 315 requires a risk assessment to be carried out at the planning stage. Is it? A risk assessment should be carried out at the planning stage. Now, a risk assessment will help the audit team to gain an understanding of the entity for audit purpose. A risk assessment will help gain the understanding of the entity. True or false?
True.
Is true or false?
True.
Next. The risk assessment will enable the audit senior to produce an accurate budget for the audit assignment.
True.
Can we budget is estimate. Budget will never be accurate. Is that? Budget is an estimate. See, you are having a risk assessment will enable senior to produce. Is it? We are talking about the budget. See, if the risk assessment will enable the audit senior to produce an accurate budget. Can we present an accuracy? You are talking about risk assessment in the beginning, okay? At the planning stage, identifying at the material mistake. In future there will be high risk. You are finding it more. We are allocating a very fixed budget, and we have to do within that budget. Is it right? We have to do within the budget. Time budget will be there, cost budget will be there, everything will be budgeted. Okay. Now, can we work with accurate budget with no variations? Budget means there will be comparison with actuals. There will be variation. Budget means it is an estimate. Estimates will never be accurate. But estimates will be plus or estimates will be minus. Answer?
False.
False.
The risk assessment will form the basis of strategy and a detailed plan.
True.
Who is this?
True, sir.
Next. Once the risk has been assessed, can select audit team members with sufficient skill and experience to maximize the chance of those risks being addressed.
True.
Read the explanations. My involvement is less. Once it's done, please let me know. While the audit firm is a commercial and profit-making organization, IS 315 is not concerned with auditor's budget, but rather than assuring that the auditor has a sufficient understanding of the business. This is so that they can select appropriate audit procedures in order to minimize the risk. Is that we have to minimize the risk of undetected material misstatements. Is it? It is a firm is a commercial and profit making organization. Is it? Then audit, it is not concerned with the budget, okay, but we are concerned with that there should be a good, the end result should be more effective, okay. You should understand the business, so that once you are understanding, then we'll see what is the procedures we have to adopt and how it has to be worked out. Never we should go with the time and the amount, okay, that is not a precondition. Is it? That is not a precondition. Next, who is going to tell this? 43, 44, 45. Laila, Mariam and Gaita. 43, Laila, tell me. You have identified several audit risks, okay, which you feel your team will need to address. One such audit risk relates to the risk that income may be understated. Is it understated? That we are not counting, is it right? In the financial statement, you are concerned that not all income may be recorded. Taking in the buckets, open space, no volunteers are there, no responsibility, no accountability, no confirmation, nothing is there. Only one person is doing, no controls are there, no segregation of duties are there, nothing is there. Which of the following is not a valid response? Obtain a breakdown of the income recorded from the cash that was collected in buckets and vouch a sample of entries back to voluntary in order to determine which voluntary collected the relevant donations. Perform analytical procedures on the level of donations in shopping area per volunteer. Review internal controls related to cash collected in buckets to determine whether buckets are sealed, sequentially numbered, signed, and in and out by volunteers. Observe the counting and recording of proceeds from collection to determine whether appropriate segregation of duties is in place. Which is the response, right response, which is the wrong response?
I think, sir, second one.
Anyone?
The first one.
Yes, about you, Gaita.
I think, sir, the first one.
I will go because it is Laila. I gave the option to Laila. I will go with her. What is the answer? obtain a breakdown of the income recorded from the cash that was collected in buckets. That is not a valid response. Okay, obtain a breakdown of the income recorded from the cash that was collected and watch of samples of entries. There is no recording is there. There is no counting is there. There is no sample entries is there. Nothing is there. It is not a valid response to the volunteer in order to determine which volunteer collected the relevant donations. Others what they is right? The answer is A. Okay, the answer is first A1. Is right? Obtain. Perform analytical procedures on the level of donations on shopping areas per volunteer. It is you are talking about analytical. How much? See, yesterday how much you have done donation. Today how much you have done donation. Definitely yesterday you have collected 100 riyals. Today you are collecting 100, 90, 110. Fine, it's okay. Plus or minus 10%. But yesterday you have collected 100. What will happen? Today you are collecting 70, 60. Then you want to know what is the reason. Is it right? What is the reason? Is it right? It is automatically you can understand. Okay, see, automatically you can see how you are going to identify peak time, what is the collection, off peak time, what is the collection, business hours, what is the collection. Is it? You will analyze it by doing the things. You can know, yes, yesterday it was this much collection. That is a valid response. Okay, that is the valid response. Point number 2 is a valid response. Point number 3, review the internal controls. Cash collected in buckets to determine whether buckets are sealed. Is that once you have collected, your buckets are sealed, sequentially numbered. Is it? Signed by volunteers that I have collected. This is my bucket. Is it? This is my bucket. I am responsible for this bucket. It's a valid response. Observe the procedure recordings from collections to determine whether appropriate segregation. One person is collecting, one person is recording, one person is sealing the buckets. It is a valid response. The first one is obtain a breakdown of income recorded from the cash that was collected in buckets. Is it that you can do it by writing down the things and watch a sample of entries. There is no entries is there. How you can put the reasoning on that? Okay, how you are putting the in order to determine which all entry has been. That is not a valid response. The other 3 responses are valid response. Fine. Next. Yes, Mariam. Another identified audit risk is susceptibility of UCARA business to fraud due to high level of cash involved. Use the drop down list. Okay, use the drop down list to complete the following sentence. Is it right? Described auditor's responsibility in order ISA 240 relating to fraud and audit. Now I am sending it on the group. Okay, the options I will send. It is visible to you. Just tell me. Is it visible to you?
No, sir.
See the things. I am sending this. There are 3 options are there. Detection, prevention or detection.
The first one?
The auditor is not responsible for the
second one, sorry. The second one.
The auditor is not responsible for
Prevention.
Okay, the auditor is not responsible for detection, prevention, or the auditor is not responsible for prevention. Now it is displayed on the screen.
Yeah.
Next. What is the
Yes,
next
sir.
one? However, they are responsible for obtaining which assurance?
Absolute. Reasonable, sorry.
They will no absolute, okay? They are no absolute. It always a reasonable. It is always a reasonable assurance, okay? Fine, it is always a reasonable assurance. The directors, or rather here the trustees, are ultimately responsible for prevention and detection of errors. The auditors need to obtain, see, the auditor is not responsible for, who is responsible? The management, okay? Management is responsible, prevention. An auditor will always give reasonable assurance. Next, Gaita, tell me 45.
I'm not sure, but I think the second and the fourth one. Or maybe the second and the first. I'm not sure. It should be two only, yeah? The second and the fourth one, sir.
Anyone making any corrections? The audit manager has noted in the detailed audit plan that the UKERA control environment may be weak. Which two of the following statements are valid on reasons why UKERA have a weak environment? UKERA has a detailed constitution which explains how the charity income. They don't have any detailed constitution. UKERA finance departments relies on volunteers. There they say that a high proportion of UKERA income is cash. Understaffing in the only 3 people are there, if I remember rightly. Certain time due to ad hoc nature, temporary staff of voluntary working hours. Is right? You have said 4 and 2 and 4. Is it right? First. Can I go with this option?
I think the third one and and the fourth one.
Read. And again saying this, in the examination, see, it is not only tested by me, it is my experience. First thing that comes to your mind, go with that. We are taking risk, there is no doubt on that. But first answer will probably right answer. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Next. Again. Yes, Laila. Tell me. First read this one. Okay? Read on your own. This is also, see, this, they have taken the best of the best questions here. BPP, best of the best questions. The quality as paramount. Nobody can compete with this. That I can say with that much understanding. You are an audit senior here. Your firm recently appointed auditor to South, a private company, several supermarkets in UK. You are currently planning your firm's audit of South, and you are shortly due to make preliminary visit to head office. 4 months before the year end, the company 4 months installed new till system, cash system in all supermarkets. The new till system is linked to the accounting system at head office and automatically post transactions to the system. Previously, generals were made manually based on totals of till rolls. The cost of the new till system which South was installed is capitalized as a non-current asset. Fine. The audit engagement partner also said that she is concerned new till system may not be reliable. Consequently, not all sales have been recorded, resulting in a understatement of revenue. There are some errors in the new system. Still it is, you see, instantly you cannot transfer, okay, from manual system to computerized system. Parallelly, you have to work for some time. You see everything is accurately done, then you can move from one system to another system. She is also concerned that staff may not yet familiar with the system, leading to an increased risk of errors. There is no training of data entry also. Finally, after a number of people living close to one of South stores become seriously ill, the source of the illness, I told you yesterday, is that I am telling you all the things. They will give something related to food related scenarios. Illness was traced back to meat the customers have purchased from South. Legal proceedings were commenced against South by number of customers during the financial year, demanding 1 million in compensation. Read once again. In examination, you will have 18 minutes. 18 minutes divided by 5 questions. 3.5 minutes will be there. Slowly, with preciseness, revise the things.
It is number 1, third, and third one.
Number
Number 1, sir, and third one.
to ensure appropriate attention is devoted to important areas. Next,
Third one.
to ensure that audit engagement is only accepted if this permissible by ACCA Code of Ethics. Which of the describe the objectives of planning? Objectives of planning. What is the ISS standard for this? Anyone? What you have said? Which one? First one and?
Last one, maybe, sir.
Pardon?
Last one also, maybe, sir.
To ensure the audit is complete. No, never. Budget restraint within, but no, we cannot do this. The last one is not there. Is it? We cannot put any conditions for audit. Take my word. We cannot put any conditions for audit. Last one is not there. Between second and third.
So here we're not specifying if it is an audit plan or audit strategy, right? We're just saying audit planning.
Objectives of planning.
Planning.
Objectives of planning. Take your time. Nothing will happen. I'm here. We will take our time. Objectives of planning. Yes, Gaeta, you also get involved.
The second one and first one.
Can I go with this?
Yeah.
The main aim of planning is not to ensure audit is completed within budget restraints. See the things. Laila, I am telling about this. This is not to ensure that we have to complete within the budget, but ensure that it is carried out in effective manner. Is it right? It is carried out in effective manner, described by other statements. The determination of whether the audit engagement is ethically acceptable should have been done before planning stage and is not therefore objective of planning. Okay, means what you have to do to ensure appropriate attention is devoted to important areas of the audit. The first thing is that when we are talking about the planning, you have to focus on appropriate. Second, to assist in the coordination of work done by anything auditors experts are there, is that we have to coordinate. Is that we have to coordinate. That is the planning. I told you, when you are talking, we have the option to take the help of the audit experts. We have to take the help of the audit expert, but ultimately the responsibility lies with the auditor. If there is anything is there in the planning stage, you have to coordinate with the expert and you have to take their opinion. What is the third one? The ensure that engagement is only accepted. Conditions will never be part of planning. Understand that if this permissible by code of ethics and conditions is never part of planning. To ensure that audit is completed within budgets, no. Is it? Within budget, no. Conditions are not ethically accepted. Fine. Next, Gaita. You are about to begin work on the share capital section in the South audit files. Match each of the following audit procedures to the financial statement assertions to which it is closely related. Fine. Now, recalculate the closing balance of the share capital account.
One minute, sir. I didn't understand. What should I do?
You have to match it. Okay? You have to match it. Recalculation is in presentation, completeness, accuracy, or existence.
Okay. 1 minute.
Recalculation of closing balances.
I think accuracy and valuation.
Next. Review financial statement notes.
Presentation.
Yes, Laila. Review memorandum and articles of association and compare the requirements with issue capitals.
The third one, sir, accuracy.
Completeness or existence? Completeness or existence? Review memorandum and articles of association and compare the requirements with issued share capital.
Last one.
check. I am not doing anything. You people are doing everything. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
How
Huh?
the minutes of board meetings relate to completeness?
Evidence are read minutes of board meetings for evidence of shares issued. If you are reading the minutes means you are making it, you are from the beginning till the end. Okay, you are reading the minutes evidence. You are saying, see, board is responsible for the issue of shares, determining the share values, everything. You will see that from the minutes till the financial statements, whether it has been whatever board is decided that has been executed or not.
Okay.
Okay, whatever board decided, there should not be any margin of error. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Next. Who will tell this? Mariam. In relation to capitalized cost of the new tills, they are capitalized. You are concerned that south may be included within the capitalized cost some items which are revenue in nature, leading to the overstatement of how you have to prove whether it is a capital or it is revenue. Which of the following statement is a valid response to this audit risk?
The third one?
Inspect, invoice, capitalized within the cost of new till system to determine whether they are directly attributed to the cost of. Obtain a copy of training manual. Training manual is never capitalized. Okay, agree the capitalized cost with trial balance. Accuracy, we are not doing it. We are not talking about anything else. Is it right? I will go by with you. What is the answer? Yes. Is it okay? Read. I will give you time. Is it okay?
Yeah.
If you have doubt, read the question again also. Don't rush. I am telling you this. I will say, is it okay or is it fine? I will remind. Don't take my words seriously until and unless you are satisfied. Any clarification is there, you ask me. Question number 49. Who is this? Mariam. The audit engagement partner has stated that the new till system may not be reliable. Which two of the following statement represents valid response? Valid response. We want to know whether systems are right or systems are right, and yes. Perform analytical procedures by performing, comparing daily analytical procedures means for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months sales by store with both prior year and with expectations in order to determine whether any unusual patterns have occurred following the installation of the new system. Yes or no?
You mean the third one?
No, I am asking you which two?
Which two? The last one and first one?
Watch the sales revenue per system to the till receipt to confirm accuracy of the sales. Obtain a copy of training manual relating to the new till system and discuss with directors the extent of training staff have received on the new system. They have said something on training also?
Yeah.
What they said? Which paragraph?
The staff may not be familiar with the system.
This one. The audit engagement has also said she is concerned with the new till system may not be reliable and that consequently not all sales has been recorded, resulting in an understatement of. She also is also concerned that the staff may not yet be familiar with the system, leading to an increased risk of errors relating to data entry. Which you have said 1 and 4?
Yeah.
I will go with you. 1 is right. Obtain a copy of training manual relating to the new till system and discuss with directors the extent of training staff have received in the new system.
Can you clarify the second and fourth option?
Second and fourth option. Okay. Watch the sales. The audit stated that new till system may not be reliable. We are talking about the reliability of. They are saying that not reliable. Is that which two of the statements represents valid response to this audit risk? A valid response. What we are doing? See, second one, watch the details. Is that watch the details, watch the sales revenue per system to the till receipts to confirm the accuracy of the sales. Watch the sales revenue for the system till the sales receipts to confirm the accuracy. See, when you are talking about the sales rep, see from where it will go. It will go from, see what they say, it will go from till watching the revenue from the system back to till receipt is not a valid response. Given that one concern is that revenue is understated. Testing should be from the till receipts to the system. From the cash to the system it has to go. To the total it has to go. You should not take total. You should not say that total is, now you are counting cash. Is it right? What you will do, first you will count the cash, put in denominations, then you put the total. Got my point? Then you put the total. You will not say that the cash is 10,650. Is it? The cash is 10,650. Now you will not go back to the box and say that I want 10,650. Is it? I want 10,600. Now you will get confused. Yes, I have this value. I have to arrive at 10,650. However it's possible. That is not the valid reason. Is it right? Means there is a risk. Is it? There is a valid. You first what you will do, everybody what they will do, they will count the cash, They will put the denominations, then you will write the total. Is it? Then you will write the total. Point number 2 says the same thing. Vouch the sales revenue per the system to the till receipts. Means you are coming from backwards. First you will see the total, then you are counting the currency, cash. Is it right? To confirm the accuracy. To confirm the accuracy. Fine. That is not a valid response. Fine. Agree sales revenue. Are you clear about this point number 2?
Yeah.
Agree sales revenue from till receipts to the cash book to determine the accuracy of the till receipts. Is it? Agree the sales revenue from the till receipts to the cash book to determine the accuracy of till receipts. You have 3 areas, okay? You have 3 stages. You have the till receipts. Till receipts is to cash book and cash book to sales book, okay? A cash book to the sales revenue. 3 stages are there. First, you have till book. You will get the daily cash. Once you have the daily cash, then you will take the sales revenue. What they are saying? They are saying that agree sales revenue from till receipts to cash book to determine the accuracy of till receipts. What the explanation they gave? Agreeing revenue from till receipts to the cash book, revenue from till receipts to the cash is the wrong way around. The test should begin with the cash book in order to test for completeness. Means till receipts to cash book and cash book to revenue. Agreed sales revenue from till receipts, sales revenue from till receipts to the cash book. I cannot write here, otherwise I will have to have mentioned, but I am putting the thing. They are saying that they agree sales revenue to take sales revenue as 10,650. You are 10,650 to, again you are coming from the back. You are not going, you have to start from the beginning stage to the ending stage. You should not start from the sales revenue and you have to come to the basic first level. Okay, first level is till, second level is cash, third point is sales. Okay.
The receipts, you mean the invoices or what?
Pardon?
You mean the receipts by, you mean the invoices or what?
Invoices as well as cash.
The receipts is invoices and cash.
Yes. You have the receipt now, counter file will be there. See the things.
Yeah.
What will happen? What will happen? The moment we are purchasing anything, you have the cash will be there, they will have a receipt will be there. Your customer copy will be there, vendor's copy will be there. Okay? You will have their copy will be there. What they will do? They will keep the copy with them as well as they will keep the cash. Okay? One copy they will give to you, one copy they will retain it. Anything is there, first immediately they will see what is the cash and what are the receipts. You will match cash with the receipts. Then you will see what is the total on the day. Once you see the total of the day, then you will post it to the sales account.
Okay.
Okay, then you will go to the sequence is very important. Yes, tell me.
First we have to compare the available cash with the invoices, and then we will reconcile this with the revenue.
With the
Revenue.
with the cash book. With the cash book.
Yeah,
What cash collected?
The cash book with the invoices, right?
But yes, cash will be with invoice, then it will be with the cash book, then last it will be with the sales. Fine? The sequence is very important. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Yes, Gaita and Laila, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Next.
sir.
Yes, Laila, tell me this one, question number 50. Anyone? Anyone? You can post
I
the,
think, sir, the second one and the last one, the fourth one. Or no, I mean the second and the third one.
yes, Laila, what is your option? Mariam.
Can you go up, please, to the scenario? I want to read the last sentence. Okay, can you go down, please, to the question? So second and third one.
Same, sir. Second and third one.
What about Gaita?
You said the same thing.
Yes, I said the same, sir. Second and third one.
Next time I will say that you have to send individually, okay? I will be very specific. It will be more interesting. Read the answer. Third one is right. Third and fourth one. See what is there. Can I explain, or you first you read, then I will explain.
Done, sir.
3 and 4. Whenever there is a claim, okay, and these things will be repeated, okay, these type of questions will be repeated, okay. This scenario, I can say, this type of scenarios, you have to review the legal correspondence. See, somebody is claiming, then there should be some claims will be there, okay, claiming how you have to prove, made by the customers. So you have sold contaminated meat, something happened, they have claimed it. Which two of the following are valid objectives for what you have to do as an auditor? You should determine whether South reputation will be damaged. It is a business risk. Understand my point? It is a business risk. Fine? We are not talking about the business risk here. To determine whether there are deficiencies in internal controls related to food hygiene. Yeah? What is the legal correspondence? Okay, relating to claims. We are not talking about the deficiencies of internal controls. We are talking about the claims. To assess whether a provision for customer compensation is required in financial statements. There are claims. When there are claims, IAS 37, provision, contingent assets, contingent liabilities. provisions, contingent liabilities, contingent. If somebody is claiming, we should make sure that yes, as an auditor, he is concerned with financial statements only. Understand? Yesterday we have done external audit, internal audit. Is it right? External audit, internal audit. Auditor is concerned with financial statements only. Okay? Now, you should know in financial statements you have IAS 37 provisions. If there is any claim, the client has made any provision. Third point. Fourth one, to determine whether disclosure of the nature and financial effect of legal claim is required in the financial statements. What is the responsibility of the audit? What is the audit procedure you will do? You will see related to financial statements only. You are not concerned about internal controls, first thing, and you are not concerned about business risk also.
But in this case, there's a legal case issued against the client.
Okay.
So if there's an evidence that they're maintaining weak internal controls, it's probably that they're going to lose.
But is it comes under the purview of external audit? You are an external auditor, is it right? You are an audit senior.
This will assist them in determining the provision required, if it is required or not.
Fine. I totally agree with you. But what is your role? First you tell me. What is the role? You are an audit senior. You are an external auditor. Is that you are an external auditor? External auditor is concerned about controls.
No, they're concerned about the financial accounting.
Yes. That's yesterday we have done this. Financial internal auditor, external auditor. External, you are an audit senior of a KYT. If you are an external auditor, you are our scope is limited to where? Our scope is limited to the financial statements only. Is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Fine. Our scope is limited to financial. See, what is the explanation they gave? See that the concern or deficiencies, internal controls is a valid reason, but the review of legal correspondence is unlikely to be appropriate response to this, as the auditor would need to review internal controls. The impact on the reputation of South is also valid reason. It will have implication for the viability of the company. But again, it is unlikely that information specifically relating to this will be available for legal correspondence review. It will not support the legal correspondence. Is it? It will not support the legal correspondence. Is it? You will have, see, you cannot say that we are having some deficiencies in internal control related. The legal correspondence means what is the back end process with respect to supporting the evidence for the claim as such. Is it? They say it's a valid reason, but review of legal correspondence is unlikely to be an appropriate response. Is it? You have to give a response to this, as the auditor would need to review internal controls. Fine. It's not a appropriate. Why it is not an appropriate response? The reason for it's not an appropriate response is it not come under the scope of the external auditor. Is it? External auditor, if it comes under the scope of external auditor, it is a valid response. Internal controls comes under the internal auditor's responsibility. External auditors will focus exclusively on financial statements. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Fine. Can we stop or we can continue?
It's
No,
better
sir,
to
it's better to stop.
Better to stop, sir.